Nothing more than was said before. I mean, he's coming along on the same timeline, but we don't know. It's hard to tell what the situations are with him right now. He's going to get ready. He's a warrior. He's not somebody that's not going to put his time in. So we certainly would like to have him back, but we'll just let it play out.
Is it accurate to say it's a setback the last couple of days? Or?
I don't know. What is a setback? You have to have a clear-cut timeline. Everyone is a little bit different, so I don't know. It's to go in after a certain time that says it should take this long or shouldn't take that long, and I just say, hopefully we get him back. Let the medical staff and him do his thing.
Is he here working out?
Oh yeah, yep, he's in the gym.
Some promising signs?
Oh, I think he looks good. I mean, he's working hard. I mean, they just want to. It's one of those situations you just can't tell and you can't push it. You just got to go with what way it is. So.
Peter, Kessel's number of minutes have been down a bit, and he doesn't seem to have the same jump as he usually does. Is it fair to say he's not 100% right now?
I mean, I don't think it's fair to say. I think it's just everyone is playing the game. We're winning or losing. I mean, Phil's line is still leading our team in scoring. I mean, they're still got 16 out of the 20 power play goals. I mean, they still are doing certain things and contributing in other ways. And whether or not their minutes are up or down, that's just management of having three lines and having a fourth line and the third line that are more effective and are being effective. And you're trying to get more minutes out of other lines and playing against tough minutes. Sometimes that's just the case. And, you can't always just expect it to be the same as the way it always is. Sometimes things have to change a little bit.
You've seen a lot of Calgary over the years. Specifically this year, why are they improved? Do you think?
They're all buying in, and Bob has got them working hard and working aggressively. They play hard in every situation, all over the ice. They're a young group, and he's got them buying into their system, and they're doing a good job. They've got some aggressive D that jump up in the ice, and Giordano and Brody, and they've got a number of them that are doing a good job up front. They got some young players that are loving the way they play, and they're playing aggressive. So, and they're not an easy team to play against. So, Bob's doing a really good job. When we look at these teams, we see a good team every time we look around. We say, who are we playing next? And he said, boy, it's not going to be an easy night. So, our philosophy is 80-20, and I'm sure you've heard Randy talk about that. You have to look after yourself and what you're doing for 80% of it, and then pay attention to 20% for the other team.
The flip side of their aggressive D is that you guys have some guys who like forwards who like to be aggressive too, so should make it interesting on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, we're aware of what they do, and I'm sure they're aware of us, but if we have to play our game and be effective in our game, and when we do that, we feel pretty confident, and we're pushing for that all the time. We're pushing for our guys to be on the top of our game, and we know everybody out there is not going to be an easy night, and there's no easy games, so we try to pay attention to ourselves mostly.
What's your confidence level right now in Jonathan Bernier from a coaching staff's perspective?
Well, he's doing a great job. I mean, there's a lot of times and there's a lot of dangerous teams. We just saw quite a few teams with a very dangerous power play. They get the way they one-touch pucks around, the skill level that we've been seeing lately, and he seems to. You can really see the way he's seeing the puck, and saves looks like they're easy at times, and there's no rebounds a lot of times, and it really gives a lot of confidence to when the shot comes in and there's a breakdown that he's able to make it look and make us feel very confident in ourselves, and he's doing really in the zone. So we just want to make sure everyone stays in that area. We want to eliminate and help him out a little bit. That's going to help ourselves.
You've had goalies like Pecorino,
Yeah.
played a ton.
Yep.
What's the challenge there? Because he's really coming into this fairly new.
Well, I think that's he's not a big guy, so you have to. Pekka was 6'5", and he was a great big guy and a tall, thin guy, anyways. But they're used to it. Some guys are just able to play a lot of games, but the danger is obviously later in the year, and you go deep in the playoffs. There's a lot of games, and you want your to be the freshest at the end of the year. So, I mean, there's times of the year when you just have to go with the hot hand, and when he's playing well, you want to keep that moving. And there's times when you're going to not. You're going to try to use everybody. So you're just going to have to play it game by game. We look at it. We see where the schedule is, when there's back-to-back games, when there's times, how well they're practicing, and what their schedule is and how well they play against the other team. And you're going to take a lot of things in consideration. And then sometimes it's just a gut feeling. But right now he certainly looks like he's in the zone.
Good. Has Mike Santorelli's development been compared to when you saw him initially to where you've seen him now?
Well, he's matured. I mean, he's grown up, and he was a young man when I saw him. He was a centerman coming out of the American League when we had him, and you know, we continually tried to mature his game at a quick level, and that's difficult. Some players, and especially centermen, have to develop at their own pace. But when he left Nashville and he went to Florida, he's had a 20-goal season down there, and he was a goal scorer. And going to Vancouver, I think, helped a little bit too. It kind of rounded out his game a little bit. They had two lines with Kessler's line and Sedin's line, so he had to play in a more responsible positioning. And he's able to play the wing and able to play in a lot of areas. And he's certainly doing a great job. He has quickness in his feet, and he's got great puck protection skills right now. He's moving the puck very well and playing well in most areas. So, you know, he's really matured and grown in his development of himself.
And this is his fifth team in the past 7 seasons. What would you say makes Toronto a good fit for him?
Me. I like him. I think that, you know, this the way he plays, I think he's come into the season. Some guys come into it a certain way and saying, I've got to do a good job. You know, a lot of good players have moved and played in a lot of different cities. And you look at some of the players who seem to get bounced around to all the playoff teams is because they add that glue. They add those special factors to the team and maturity level to certain teams. And there's a lot of guys that did that. You know, you look back in the old days, I think Craig McTavish and Esa Tikkanen and those players, they moved around a lot because they made teams better, and teams wanted them at the end of the year. You know, they wanted them when times are tough. And you know, he's a guy that's growing. He's now coming into his own. He's matured, and he's contributing in a good way.